What's up, what's up? Big Mike here, aka Leather Daddy.
Leather Daddy.
Come check out the crib. JK, LOL. We thought that would be funny. Please let me know if it wasn't. All right, so this is the space. We love it. This is home. Starting off with a bunch of tools and equipment that we use. This is kind of like a tool video part 2 in a sense, but also showing you the space. So this is our Dream Factory heat embossing press. This is expensive, but it's beautiful. You can get cheaper options than this on Amazon and other places from China, but this is from Korea. So definitely recommend this if you're doing a bunch of embossing, heat foiling, that kind of stuff. Let me show you the kitchen real quick since we're here. This is also like the office. Needs to be cleaned up a bit. This is our little this is where we do office work. And there's a little fridge, some little, this is where the eats are at. And it's a little messy, but we got espresso and we have coffee, Keurig and Nespresso. So, not Nespresso, Nespresso. I mean espresso. Espresso machine. All right. So moving on, we kind of have our production lined up so that it kind of goes in like a flow. So first thing we do when we make a wallet or something is we come over here and we grab our leather. Believe it or not, this is organized. We have all of our Butero down here. We have our Pueblo up here. We have our Horween right there. And over here is heavyweight leathers. And over there is midweight and kind of scrap, but not scrap we're giving away. We give away a trash bag of scrap about a week to local people that are trying to get into the craft, mainly small pieces. Then I have all of my dies in these. These are amazing for die storage because they have this foam, so it protects the blade edges. So most popular models right up there up top, you'll recognize some of these, like the LT and the Hobei, gun deck topsider, bifolds, and then all of these are labeled with all the different dies. This long one, I have a bunch of my custom patterns I've done over the years. Sometimes I pull them out if I want to do something, but it's just nice to have them tucked away. This is our clicker press. I think this is 8 because I think that one's 4. Yeah, but this is great. It's got a bigger bed. This can do super heavyweight leathers. I've done all the way up to like 15 ounces with this. Doesn't really have any issues. The only thing bad about it is you have to use a little bit of muscle. Whoops, use a little bit of muscle, unlike the hydraulic ones, but freight to Hawaii is absurdly expensive, so we have not gotten a hydraulic one. Haven't felt the need for it. This thing works great, and it's no electric parts, so easy to maintain. A little bit of grease, lubricant. Then we come over here to our wallet piece storage area. So these are all organized by model and color. We try, every time we get an order for a wallet, we try to cut 5 to 10 pieces of that, and then we can load up our shelves. This makes production way faster is if we have the pieces pre-cut. Because the cool thing about our wallets is you can get so many different colors and stuff, but it's a lot to manage, so we try and keep as many colors as we can prepped. And then moving on to this wall, this is the Reagan Bluth, my daughter's art wall. Some classics up here. You can pick your favorite. Also have the Mother Mary. I'm not Catholic. We also got Saint Crispin and Saint Crispinian, patron saints of leathercraft up there on the wall. Moving over, this is kind of like my exotics shelf. So I have some like lizard and some gator and some ostrich, some lamb, some eel, some lining leathers, things like that. And then this is just basically wallets we've made in the wrong colors. So they'll be stitched eventually and sold as mystery bags. Then we have a couple bobbin winders for my machines, some storage, and then turning around to Megadesk. This is where that magic happens, you know what I'm saying? This is 12 feet by 4 feet. I love having a giant table to lay out big hides, cutting belt straps, that kind of stuff. On the top, I have these Japanese leather mats. It kind of looks like glass. It is not. These are very expensive, but they're amazing. They last forever and easy to clean. And then I also have one with a grid on it, which I appreciate. The grid's nice for lining up belt holes or just, I don't use it when I'm making patterns necessarily, unless it's a really huge pattern. For that, for all my measuring, I really prefer stuff like this, these clear, essentially this is for like, not a seamstress. What's the modern word for seamstress? Tailor? I don't know. Seamstress seems like, I don't know, outdated. But anyway, that's what they use to make clothes, stuff like this. I have a few of them. These are so great for quickly finding square and measuring out like a 3x3 whatever, or whatever size you want. Much easier than like an actual square or a ruler, because you can see the material underneath it. So I love those for that. All right, moving on to some of my tools. Bunch of tools. Some I use, some I don't. I can't bring myself to part with tools because I feel like I'll use them eventually. This log here was actually a downed telephone pole in Monterey, California from Fort Ord, which was a military base. I actually did basic training there a long time ago that I took and cut and drilled holes into without a mask. It's full of tar. Pretty sure I have black lung, but it's the price, cost of doing business, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, so just running through some basic tools real quick. We got some oblong punches. We got some pincers. We use these to clamp down on edges when they're glued together. Down here is all my shoemaking tools. These are magnets. These are super convenient. You can just buy these at Lowe's and they can store tools really easy because most tools are steel. And these are heel irons for smoothing out heels on shoes. So yeah, a bunch of shoe stuff. I got over here, we'll get some B-roll of this stuff, but I got hammers. This hammer is super special to me. This was given to me by Jorge from Joe Pacific. He used this hammer for 40 years and he just closed his shoe repair shop. This was a different two shoe repair shops closed in like a week. And so he gave me his hammer. So that's super cool because everyone knows that like a cobbler's hammer is like their pride and joy, but super sweet dude. He gave me a bunch of stuff, which is really, really rad. Got some lasting pliers. This is for shoemaking too. You grab the leather, pull it over the last, which is like the shoe mold, and then you hammer the nails in still to last. Got edge bevelers, a bunch of pricking irons, a bunch of different punches, you know, round punches, strap cutters, some basic screwdrivers and stuff, because you always feel like you need stuff like that when you're doing leathercraft for whatever reason. Chicago screws, just always find a reason to have them. But if you guys want another video of like really in-depth on every tool I have, we can do that. But if you've stumbled upon this video and you haven't seen my essential tools for leathercraft video, I'll link that here. That'll tell you everything you need to know to get started in leathercraft. All right, moving on. Here is like kind of the hardware section. We use this for grommets and for rivets. And then we have like all of our hardware organized here pretty well. You know, buckles and rivets and D-rings and loops and things like that. Over here we have a smaller press. We use this for smaller items. We've just had it and there's no reason to get rid of it. Right here we have the nap couch. This is used often. Spend a lot of hours here. So this folds out. You can take a little nap. Over here we've organized, I always find I need like different straps and I don't want to throw them away. So we hang them up here. It's not really organized, but it looks kind of cool. All right, moving on to the machines. We have this Cowboy. Never use it. Don't buy one. Nothing wrong with it, but every stitch is a pull of this lever. I've seen people put servo motors on this, I think, but don't do that. For the price of this, get yourself something else, like this one. The Texo 2750. This is an awesome machine. I'd say entry level for leather goods production. It's like $2,500. It's a cylinder arm. If you're gonna get one machine, get a cylinder arm with a flatbed attachment. That can do so much. I make almost everything off of this. We're getting a post bed machine in pretty soon. Post bed basically takes the cylinder arm, flips it up on its end, so you can actually do inside seams of bags. Instead of doing like a turn seam or gussets, you can actually sew like panels like this and then sew through, and because of the shape of the post bed, you can do that. So we're gonna get one of those for shoemaking really. It's got a roller foot. Roller foots aren't walking foots. Walking foots step up and pull the leather, step up, pull the leather. A rolling foot pulls the leather through by spinning on a wheel. So it's really good for, you know, twisting and turning to do different shapes. You can turn on this too, but you kind of have to lift the presser foot with each turn. The rolling foot, you don't have to do that. So you can get curves and zigzags really easily. Moving on to this machine. This is a Juki 550N, 5500N. This is a light to midweight machine. I got this because this machine struggles with fabric, but I'm lining more things now, making club head covers and bag linings and stuff like that. This machine does way better with lightweight leathers. Lightweight fabrics. This can also do lightweight leather though. I have run like 2 layers of 3 ounce through it. It seems to do fine, but I won't be using it for that very much. But this is great for linings. This is about $1,000. I got this one used. It was brand new in like May. I got it used because shipping to Hawaii is a nightmare, like I've already mentioned. So, some more Reagan art. Love these ones, Day of the Dead. Some little esqueletos right there. Esqueletos, I don't remember. So that's the main production room. This is my territory. This is where I live most of the time. Oh, the skylight. This goes up 2 stories. This is beautiful. I love the natural light in this space. It's this building's like 100 years old, so it's amazing. I'll show you a quick glimpse into some of these other rooms. This right here is the belt room. Right now we've transitioned it to be a shipping room because of all the Black Friday orders. But we have belts here and belt offcuts. We have this to bevel the edges of the belts. We have a splitter here to skive down the ends of the belts. We've got all of our dies and glues and finishes up here. And then we use this for bigger stamps sometimes to like put the brands on the belts and stuff. And then I use a belt sander a lot for, I think these work better than these for like doing big sanding runs on big bags and stuff. I got a drill press because I make stuff sometimes that isn't leathercraft, but it's leathercraft like adjacent, I should say. Like I'm making stitching ponies right now. This is my most recent project. This one here, it's kind of a prototype, but I did this all on the Glowforge, so kind of cool. I made a video about that, but that was a different one. And yeah, this is my Glowforge. I don't use this for production. I use this for prototyping. So if I have a design for a wallet, I design it in Adobe Illustrator, and then I upload it. And then I cut it out on here to make sure the dimensions are correct. Then I send that file off to a die maker to get those metal dies made like you saw earlier. These guys think they can hide from the video. Can't. Say hi. Hi. This is Sam. You want to show Sam's face?
Hi.
Sam is the owner of Title Theory. We do a lot of work together and we have big projects coming up. This is her room. It's the most aesthetic of all the rooms because she's super stylish, steezy. So yeah, she's making leather leis right now. They're incredible. So they wet mold all these flowers and then string them on leather. And I say they because the other person that does that is Luca, and she's in that room. Where'd she go? Oh, she ran away. Makes sense. This is her room. Also pretty vibey. This, cool story. There might be some criminal charges if I explain where this came from. But let's just say that knife pried it off a wall in a public place. And that was a gift from Sam to Luca. And then this is a leather of the month, employee of the month. She made that for herself, but she's not wrong. She is the employee of the month every month, forever. The other 2 rooms we actually rent out to other makers because we don't need that space. So we have someone doing clothing and then someone doing jewelry. So we rent this whole space, but we rent those out to different makers here on the island, and it works out, and they're super cool people. It's fun to have all these creative people in one place to be able to collaborate and run ideas off each other. So that's it. This is where all of the magic happens every day, all day, into the night, forever, as long as you guys keep buying my goods. So on that note, this video is sponsored by OpenSea Leather. Like all of our videos are, because we don't have sponsors. If you guys want to support what we do here at OpenSea Leather, just buy a wallet, buy a belt. If you're in Hawaii, come see the store. Sign up for a workshop. We do workshops up here. Got one today, actually. We make these beautiful bags for the workshops. These are called the Hannah Crossbody. This one's long wallet, but you can make it into a crossbody. We're gonna be offering those leather lay classes as well next year, and just doing a lot of fun stuff down here, right in the art district in Chinatown. It's awesome. I live a dream life, and I owe it all to you guys for your patronage and your support. So, catch you in the next one. Wait, I forgot. Little surprise bonus. If you've made it this far in the video, you're obviously invested in this thing. We're getting a new storefront downstairs. I got some new shoemaking machines. I alluded to that earlier. We filmed this in reverse. Two shoe repair machine closed. What am I saying? 2 shoe repair shops closed, and one didn't have any equipment, just tools and stuff, and one did, and I actually acquired some amazing machines. So we're gonna show you the new store. It's just a blank canvas right now, and the machines that I'm currently restoring, taking apart, cleaning, and painting. So I'm gonna go downstairs. If you wanna see that, stay tuned for that. If not, hope you enjoyed this video. All right, guys, so you've seen upstairs, the production space. Our store is just right down there, and we would have just showed you that too, but we're filming this first, so who cares? This is the new store right on the corner of Nu'uanu and Pauahi, in the heart of Chinatown. This is a super busy street, so we're gonna have a lot more visibility, and we got windows on both sides, so let's go in and check it out. All right, guys, this is the new space. This has been a year in the making. Had a bunch of drama trying to get this lease, but we got it, it's signed, we got the keys. This is about twice as big as the other store, but the big thing is all this natural lighting, being right here on this busy street, tons of visibility. Super stoked about that. Gonna walk you through kind of the vision for this place. So we're gonna redo the lights. It's all gonna be green and brass is kind of the colorway. Kind of like this Landis green or like these doors here. And then we're gonna paint the trim green, do an off-white accent wall, do some floating shelves over here. And then we're doing this Koa flooring. I got this, some guy was dumping it, came out of a luxury home. I just, right place, right time. Got all that for free, which is sick. And yeah, so beyond that, I want to talk a little bit about my little baby right here. This is a Landis 12K outsole stitcher. I've wanted one of these for years. This thing was black when I got it. Insert potato footage from my phone here. This thing is 85 years old, built in 1939, and it's for putting outsoles on boots, shoes, sandals, whatever you want. It's an incredible machine, 700 pounds. I'm just going through the process right now of trying to clean it up, get all the grease and wax off of it. This was really cool. This is before cold wax was invented for the stitching thread. So it's got this wax pot right here that heats up wax and waxes the thread as it goes through the machine. I cleaned that all up. We won't be using that. We'll be using the cold wax thread because it's superior and doesn't gunk up the machine. But I got this from an old shoe repair shop. The guy just retired after 40 years. He was still using this machine. They're just amazing. So I got that. I also got a shoe finishing machine. We'll show you that here in a second, maybe with some B-roll. It's kind of dark back there. I got this Landis 5-in-1. This is a trimmer and also a press, and it's just essential for making shoes. This trimmer is really nice for cutting really thick vegetable tan leather for outsoles and stuff. And then I got all these supplies, a bunch of outsoles, some heels, zippers, tools, whatever. Guy was super kind. These machines 40 years ago were 25 grand, and I got everything here for $3,400. So feeling super grateful for that. I've made shoes in the past. Insert pictures of my dad's shoes right here. Those were all done by hand. Hand-stitched uppers, hand-stitched outsoles. Took about 40 hours. I can take that, and with my machines now, I can condense that down into about a day of work to make a full pair of shoes. So I don't know if I'll be selling shoes like on the website or anything like that. You might have to come to Hawaii if you want a pair of shoes, but maybe sandals and mules. So just keep your eyes out for that. So anyways, this is the new space. So stoked about it. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, quick note, changing the lights. I'm gonna do brass pendant lights, and gonna get some sick art in here. Take these dumb blinds off, you know. It's gonna be amazing.